Welcome back as we continue to cover the President's Banquet at Vandebilt Catholic High School, and another one of our citizens in the area that was inducted into the Vandebilt Hall of Fame is Mr. Heinke Trapp of Trapp Chevrolet. We now listen in as his daughter and his son presented Mr. Trapp to this year's Hall of Fame.
I'm Elise, this is John. Thank you so much for allowing us to present our dad today. It's such an honor for both of us to be able to do this. John and I loved our time at Vandebilt, and I think a big reason why is because of our dad. It was a shared experience we had, before and after, coming in and knowing that our dad and our aunts had walked the halls that we were now walking. And it was always so fun to come home from school every day and have dinner as a family and talk about our day, because Dad always wanted to know who was still teaching, what was where, what was going on, and he'd always regale us with these stories about his time at Vandebilt. And you could really just tell how much he loved being here and the memories he cherished and the friends he made. And I think it really deepened both our experiences here and made us love our time at Vandebilt that much more.
I'd like to echo what Elise already said. Growing up, the way Dad would talk about Vandebilt is the same way that others would talk about their college or other very exciting times of their lives. He made us excited to come to school, to get involved, to learn from great teachers, some of whom he had when he was here. And it's a reflection of that love for his school can be seen in his abundant philanthropic efforts around Vandebilt. Over the years, he has donated a massive amount of time, effort, and even a few cars to his alma mater. He also especially took the time to make sure the athletic programs were well supplied, and I'll touch on a little more what Mr. Gilner already said. One thing about our dad is that he is a tinkerer, rather it be a new tackle box, a fishing lure, a new boat, a new ice chest, t-shirts for the boat, anything fishing related, or he always had a side project. Perhaps his greatest one came through his contributions to the Vandebilt football team. When I was an 8th grader, before I even signed up for the team, much less even had a jersey, I had a blue and gold helmet that he had procured from someone or somewhere. Before long, he had used some of his connections to help supply Vandebilt with entirely new shoulder pads, helmets, and other equipment. For those 5 years, we were all subject to the same level of attention as the LSU Tigers, the New Orleans Saints, or any other professional football franchise. As my dad found new ways to get into the equipment room to tinker with what he saw as even more side projects. Although there is no man alive who enjoys changing out face masks more than my dad, he did this and all of his other philanthropic efforts out of a deep love and respect for Vandebilt Catholic. He is incredibly deserving of this award, and we cannot be more proud of him.
Dad, we promised to keep this short, so we're just going to close with thank you for what you've done for Vandebilt. Thank you for what you've done to make our experience here better, and just thank you for being the best dad. We love you. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Heinke Trapp.
It'd be hard to beat what they just said. Certainly, Susan and I's pride and joy. John and Elise. Thank you. It is extremely humbling to be a Hall of Fame inductee this evening. When Mr. Gilner called me about it, I had no idea what it was. I didn't even know it existed. A couple of hours of internet search, I came to realize that this is quite an award, and the people that have been inducted before me are so deserving and such good people and such good members of the community. To be a part of it is a little shocking and very humbling. Thanks to John and Elise for being my presenters. Both the VCH and LSU graduates, and their scholastic careers started here, and I'm pretty sure it propelled them to where they are now. And it's a good feeling to have your kids come here. And like they said, we talk about what happened when I was here and what happened with them. It was always fun. It was always fun at dinner, and breakfast and whatever. I enjoyed having my kids here. I really did. I knew they were in the right place with the right people, and they were well taken care of and well groomed, and you know they're doing so well. So it's a good feeling. You know, my experience here at Vanderbilt was incredible. Lifetime friendships were formed, a Catholic faith was broadened, and memories that will last forever were made. My life socially and scholastically was centered here at Vanderbilt. I couldn't wait to come to school every day. Before there was the internet or Instagram or Facebook, it was here. When you found out what was going on in the cafeteria, in hallways, classrooms, notes under the table, and so on. It was this way you learn how to socialize and how to make friends and how to take your next step in life. And Vanderbilt provided such a great foundation for that for me, and I'm so appreciative. I'm sure Mary Haydell can remember some of the shenanigans that went on in her classrooms starting in 1976. And it's hard to believe it was that long ago. My 8th grade teacher in English. You know, Vanderbilt today is functioning and surviving in a much different climate than when I was here. 70s and 80s and 90s was a much simpler time. You know, technology, increase in the number of private schools in the Terrebonne Parish area, homeschooling, families departing Houma, all present challenges that require Vanderbilt to improve in all facets. And I feel it's important as alumnus to do what they can to make Vanderbilt stronger and better for the future. Not just for my kids, but for the kids in the future. It's gonna get tougher, it's not gonna get easier. And I encourage everyone to do a little bit, encourage other alumnus, friends, to spend some time and help Vanderbilt go forward. Mr. Geldner's been a shining light here, and he and his staff have done a wonderful job, and Vanderbilt's gotten better because of him. There's no doubt in my mind. I want to thank all the teachers, administrators, coaches, and everyone that worked and taught at Vanderbilt, and the efforts that each of you put forth to make the school a better place. Each of you made a difference and continue to make one now, and also to the parents and alumni. Thank you for your time and effort. It does make a difference. Vanderbilt's a great place. Let's keep it a great place. Let's keep it going forward and try to help these folks do a better job. Thank you.
Newly inducted into the Vanderbilt Hall of Fame, Mr. Heinke Trapp. And Heinke, what a great night, great speech, and you could tell heartfelt, and to watch your children go up there. And I think people were correct. You did a lot of things behind the scenes without anybody knowing, but they figured it out. And so you were honored tonight, and I know you have to be touched.
Very. Like I said, when Mr. Geldner called me, I didn't even know what the Hall of Fame was. So I did some searching, looking around, like, good gracious, that's a lot of great people that's been inducted, and very humbling and very heartfelt. I'm touched.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what does this do for legacy? Because I know you admired your family and your parents so much, and they instilled in you a work ethic, and you instilled a work ethic in your children. Obviously, they got up, mixed sense of humor with work ethic tonight. But isn't it great to see it go full circle?
Absolutely. It's the most rewarding thing you can do. To see your children thrive, to see them go to the same school you went to and thrive there, it's a big box in life that's checked off.
And all those stories you told Susan over the years, she could come tonight and go, they were true.
Right, exactly, yeah. And I've told a bunch, and I remember, how many hours we spent in the gym with Coach Becker. All great memories.
Yeah.
All
And
great.
by the way, Heinke was a good jumper back in the day. So he was a good athlete, but Heinke, great night. Congratulations, well deserved, and enjoy the rest of the night.
I will. Thank you, Martin. Thank you. It's great seeing you.
All right, Heinke. Thank you. Congratulations to Heinke Trapp. We'll have more. Don't go away.